So what are the constraints available in variety?
Not null, unique, foreign key, primary key.
Yeah. Check and default. Not null, what it will do?
Not allow duplicate values.
Not null will not allow the null values. It will allow the duplicate values.
Okay.
Unique key will not allow the duplicate values, but it will allow the null values. Primary key is the combination of unique and not null.
Brother, can you extend screen, sir? Okay.
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 Combination of unique and not null means it will not allow the duplicates and will not allow the null values. See practically. Primary key I am giving. For this I am not giving anything. Okay. Now I am creating table with primary key. Okay. Am I audible, right?
Yes, brother, audible.
Yeah. Table created with primary key. So where we can see once we create the constraints, where we can see whether it is created or not.
Describe.
Describe where.
Underscore constraints.
User underscore constraints we can see. So for which columns available that we can see in describe. User underscore constraints. So here we can see the column information. Based on this column information, we can see which type of constraint we can see. Constraint type. Table name. Constraints. This is the constraint created. Why this is came? Because automatically at the table level we have created. For this it gave sys constraint, because here table level we have created the primary key. So we can give our own name also, that I will show you. Okay, now we'll see insert and we'll see insert. Now tell me, will this column will accept? Okay, first column anyhow directly it will accept, because there is no records in the table. Okay, one row created. Now see select star. This will insert or not? So what is primary key? Primary key will not allow the duplicates and it will not allow the null values. So here I'm trying to insert. We have created a primary key and number column. So we are trying to insert a duplicate value. So unique constraint violated. Okay, because the number column is having primary key. This one.
Not accepted.
This is also will not allow. Not insert null value. So because we are having primary key on the table. This one.
Accept. Not in the null values. Not accept.
Will accept, because for S name we have not given anything. For S name we have not given anything. So that is the reason it will accept. This one. Will not accept, because only for S number it will not accept null values. Okay. Now understood the concept. The primary key, it will not allow the null values, as well as it will not allow the duplicate values. Now I'm dropping the table. This is very important questions. Now I'm telling. Can we create more than one not null in table?
Yes.
Can we create more than one unique key in table?
No.
Unique also we can create. Yesterday also we have seen. Now can we create more than one primary key in table?
No.
Right. For this also I'm giving primary key. Table can have only one primary key. So we cannot create more than one primary key. Okay. But we can create more than one column in one table. That I will show you. Can we create one column, a single table? So here two primary keys we cannot create in one table, but for two columns, can we create single primary key? We'll see. This is another way to create a primary key. So previously when we create primary key here, automatically sys underscore some number it is given, constant name. But if we want to give our own name, we can give like this. So first I have declared s number, s name I have declared. So in the end, I'm creating constraint pk underscore t1. This is my primary key name. pk underscore t1 underscore s number primary key. I am giving primary key on two columns, s number comma s name. On these two columns, I am giving a primary key. Let's see, is it possible or not? If it's possible, then how it will work? Table created. Now see that which constraint we are having. See, it is our own name. pk, whatever we have given name, that only it came here. pk underscore t1 underscore s number. Okay. Now how it will work, we will see. So first I am inserting one record. One row created. One record is inserted. Now tell me, will this accept or not? This is accepted. And what about this record? If I try to insert, will this accept or not? We have created primary key on s number and s name.
No, it won't accept.
No.
Inserted. What is this called? Can we create primary key on more than one column in a single table? Yes. This is called composite primary key. Composite primary key means we can create a single primary key on two columns. Then how it will work? It is accepted. Why? Now we'll see next record. Unique constraint violated. Okay, what is the use of composite primary key? Means we have created S number, S name. On these two columns, we have created a composite primary key. Okay, means we have created primary key on two columns. So the combination should not repeat. 1A, 1A. This should not repeat. Understand? So you can create like this. One, you can 1B, 1C, 1D can repeat, and 2A, 3A, 4A. This can come. But again, if 4A will come, it will not accept. Because here 1A already there. Okay, same record, again it is repeating. Because we have created a composite primary key on this combination. This combination should not repeat. If it is 1A is repeating again, it will throw an error. In next record 1B. 1B, it is not there previously, so it will accept. 1C also not there, it will accept. It will accept. 2A will accept. 3A will accept. 4A will accept. Next, whenever we are trying to insert 4A, it will throw an error because 4A combination already there. So that is the use of composite primary key. Clear this concept?
Yes, Raghu.
The combination should not be repeated. So if we create another column, location. Okay, here I will do number column, name column, location column. By default, this will accept. I have created a composite primary key on number, comma, name, comma, location. On these three columns, I have created a composite primary key. Now tell, will this accept or not? Second one.
Yes, it will accept.
Yeah, it will accept. Next, 2B. This record will accept or not?
Second one, it will not accept.
This record it will not accept. So that is the use of composite primary key. So you should remember this. Can we create more than one primary key in one table? More than one primary key in one table? In one table, the answer is no. So here, whenever we are trying to create a two primary keys on table, so the error occurred. Table can have only one primary key. Okay, and can we create primary key on more than one column in a single table? Yes, this is called a composite primary key. Now everyone is clear about primary key.
Yes.
This is about primary key. Next one is foreign key. Foreign key is a big topic. I will explain later classes. So we'll see check constraint. Check constraint is nothing but it will check the condition. Creating one table. So what it will do to restrict the data, based on the given condition. So T1 table I'm creating, employee number, employee name, salary I'm giving. So here I have mentioned check. Salary is greater than or equal to 1000. So whenever we are trying to insert less than 1000, it will not accept. Okay, that is the constraint, check constraint. So it will check the data while inserting only. I'll show you practically. So check constraint created, the table is created. I'm inserting the data. Also, see first record. Salary should be greater than or equal to 1000 also it can have, or greater than 1000 also it can have. So I'm inserting 1000 record. It is accepted. 2000 record I'm inserting. It is accepted. Now 900 I'm inserting. Not accepted because check constraint violated. For this, check constraint violated. Why? Because we have given here a condition salary is greater than or equal to 1000, but we are trying to insert a less than 1000, 900. So let's see here also 300 I'm giving. Check constraint violated here also. So 300 is less than 1000, right? So that's the reason. Clear check constraint. So for employee number also you can give employee number should greater than or equal to 1000 only. So some age column also, age should not be less than 18. It should be greater than 18 only age. So like that column you can give check constraint. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Next one is another small topic, default. Default also same thing. So if there is any value, for example, there is location column. So the location column, so for example, in banking data, if you have any branch near to you in Hyderabad, so whoever is doing the transaction, but the location should be same, right? So the location will come Hyderabad only. Transaction ID and the amount debited, credited, those will be different. But the location of the transaction happened. The location of the ATM is there. So that is in Hyderabad only. So the location is fixed. So in that scenario, we can create a default location. Here too. By default, the location should be Hyderabad only. Default Hyderabad. Table is created. Now I'm inserting the data. So I'm not inserting location value. I'm inserting employee number and employee. So location value I have not inserted manually. So by default location I said Hyderabad. So that is the use of default. Clear?
Yes.
Constants not null, unique, default completed. There is only one topic, foreign key, that I will explain you next class. Explain one thing. Count function I will explain. This is a function. This is an aggregate function. Count is the aggregate function in Oracle. Just I am inserting the data into table. Creating the table and I am inserting the 10 records. Star from T1. So count will be used. How many records are in the table? We can see how many records are in the table. Okay, there are three different ways. Count star, count of one. This is very important question also interview. Count of column name. Okay. Select count star from T1. Select count of one from T1. Select count of column name is test number. Another column is test name. See first what result it will be. Count star gave 10. Count 1 also 10. Count of S number 8. Count of S name 10. So this is the table. 10 records are there in table. Okay. In this table, if you say count star, so based on the all columns, it will fetch the records. Count star will the count of all records. Give the count of all records in the table based on the all columns. All columns means if the table is containing 100 columns, so it will check all 100 columns and it will give the result. And second point is it will calculate the null values also. It will calculate the null values also. So see here. Here there is one null, here there is one null. So it is calculated all null values. Whatever the null values are there, whatever the not null values are there. So no matter. For count star, it will give all records. How many records are present in the table? So that only it will give. This is one record, this is one record, this is one record, this is one record. For example, if this table contains, this is also one null, this is also one null, then also it will consider this as a one record and it will give 11. The count star will give the 11 answer. Okay, based on the all columns. If 100 columns are there like this, S number, location, address, so like this, if the 100 columns are there, then it will consider the all 100 columns and it will fetch the records, number of records from the table. That is count star. And count one what it gave? Count one also gave 100, 10 only. So we give count one, give the count of all records present in the table based on single column. single column. We cannot say which column it is. Any column it can consider because we have mentioned count of 1. So this column also it can consider, this column also it can consider. If there is next column, that is also it can consider. Anything, any column it can consider, and it will give the record. Okay. But second point is it will allow the null values also. Same, it will calculate the null values also. Calculate the null values also. So the count star and count one will give same result. So if there is null values also, see if we have say count of 1. So if it consider this column, so here there are 2 null values. So that also it consider count 1 and it gave the result as 10. See, count 1 gave result as 10. So count star and count 1 will give the same result, but when it comes to the count star, it will consider all columns from the table. But when it comes to the count 1, it will consider only one column from the table. Clear?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So based on this definition, performance wise, which is better, count star or count 1?
Count star.
On star.
Why?
No, count 1.
Count 1 is better because if
Count
there is
1 is
if there is
there.
more than 100 columns in table, so it will consider all columns and it will calculate count star.
Yeah.
Okay, so that it will time consuming process. But when it comes to the count 1, it will consider only one column. So the result will be faster and performance will be better. Performance improves as compared to the this is important question in interview. Now count of column name. So here I have given count of S number. What it gave result? Count of S number 8. So it will give the result from the particular column only and it will not consider the null values. Give the count of particular column. Not consider the null values. See here, count of S number when I gave, so it has given the result as 8. But when I say count of S name, it gave result as 10. Because in S name column, there is no null values. In S number column, null values are there. So it has not considered the null values and it gave result as 8. Okay, clear?
Yes.
Yes.
So what are the pseudo columns we are having in Oracle? Pseudo table. Sorry. In last session, I think we have discussed pseudo table. Pseudo table means hidden table. Dual. Remember
Row ID, row column, sysdeo.
this? Those are the columns. So this is a table. Dual table. Everyone remember? Like we said, we want to do some operation 100 plus 200. Where we can see from dual 300. 100 divided by 10. Dual. If I want to display my name from dual. So this is dual is the pseudo table by default created by the Oracle. So we cannot change anything in the dual table. Okay, this is the hidden table. So if you see describe dual, it's showing dummy. Data type is varchar2 of 1. If you say select star from dual, so you can see only X. But you can do your operations from dual like this, names printing, like calculations, 10 into 20. So if you want to see the current date, sys date, select sys date from dual, 1st October. So like for these operations, dual will be helpful. And now pseudo columns.
Row ID,
Row number, row ID. This date also will come. And this is also a function. This date is a function. Okay, now we'll discuss about row number and row ID. So whenever you have created a table and you have inserted the records, so automatically the pseudo column will be created. Row number and row ID. Row ID is the physical location of the data storage. So we are inserting the data means the data somewhere else it has stored, right, in database. So for that there is a one physical address. That how we will see. Select here t1 dot star we need to give. This is the row ID. This is the physical address of the data. So here the data has stored from backend row ID. So by default these row IDs are stored whenever we have inserted the data. So these are the pseudo columns automatically created by the Oracle. And row number, this is the row number. Row number it will give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the distinct values it will give. So you should remember this two, row number and row ID. Row ID is the physical address of the data. So when we inserted a data, the data stored somewhere else in blocks. So that is the physical address. Clear? Row number, row ID.
Yeah, Raghu.
So we have subquery topic. So in that subquery topic, this will be helpful. By using row IDs only, we are deleting duplicates. So in any table, if anyone say, okay, table T1 is there. So in the 10, 10, 10, 10 are there. So there are duplicate values. So they don't want duplicate values. We want to delete one record. Now we want to delete all duplicates and keep it is 10. So how you will delete? So if you say delete from T1, where column name equal to 10, if you give like this, total record will be deleted. So because where column name equal to 10, if you give, all are 10 only, na? So all records will be deleted. So for that, we can use row ID and we can delete. That we will see in subqueries topic. Now everyone aware, right? Why we create sequences?
to generate auto numbers.
Then where we can use the sequence?
For auto increment numbers.
Yeah, number will be incremented automatically. Then where to use and what is the use? What is the use? So till now, which topics we have discussed? The DDL commands.
DML commands.
DCL, DCL,
Sequence.
data types also we have discussed. Constraints, not none. Foreign key. Default. Before constraints, we have discussed sequences. Now tell why to create sequence. To generate auto number, that is okay. Why to generate auto number? So in real-time scenarios, wherever the primary key columns are there, so they will just create a sequence and they will use that sequence here. Because primary key will not allow the duplicates and it will not allow the null values. The sequence also, it will not generate a duplicate value. So to not generate duplicate value, what we will use? No cycle option we need to use in sequence. Clear?
Yeah.
So here in sequences, there is a no cycle option. If you use cycle option, if the maximum value got exhausted, then at way again it will insert the duplicate values 1 to 10 again it will insert. So if you use no cycle option, it will not give. So mostly in real time for primary keys, they will use the sequences. Okay. So I think tomorrow and day after tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, there is no class. So from next week, I will take the class on Saturday and Sunday. Okay, practice everything. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me.
Yes, sir.
I'll stop the session. So before that, check everyone in everyone system. There might be a table, employee table and department tables.
Yes.
Everyone having, right?
Yes, yes.
Employee and department table. So based on this table only, we can discuss next topics. I'm stopping the session. Bye.
Bye. Bye.